Let's compare the sample rates between the Regal MSO5000 series and the Tektronix MSO2000B series oscilloscopes. The Tektronix is running firmware 1.56. The Regal has been set to 200 MHz bandwidth to match the Tektronix. So here we're looking at a sine wave with some high frequency noise on it occasionally. First, let's look at the Tektronix. Here we can see, as we move the trigger level, really not much noise able to trigger on at the top of the sine wave. Whether we have one channel on or turn on all the channels, we're really getting 1 gigasample per second on each channel. Additionally, if we zoom out to, let's say, 1 millisecond per division, and then zoom in to look more closely at the signal, we can get down to about 100 nanoseconds per division. But we really can't see the nature of any noise either in the zoomed in or zoomed out window. Now let's look at the Regal. With the Regal, in a one-channel mode, you're sampling it at 8 gigasamples per second. That allows you to see some of this noise content occasionally going in the background. Since you can pick up on that, it's easy to go ahead and trigger on it and see, okay, there's clearly an occasional noise source that's happening in that signal. If we want, we can then go out to 1 millisecond per division again. And because of the sampling capabilities of this instrument and the memory depth, we're able to see that this is happening at a pretty regular sort of 100 microsecond per noise pulse rate. And really, whether we have just the one channel on or all 4 channels, with all 4 channels we're sampling at 2 gigasample per second, so now only twice as much as the Tektronix. But we can still see the repetitive nature of that noise, and we can zoom in still from out at 1 millisecond and still capture down at 10 nanoseconds per division, capture that noise pulse as it's hitting the sine wave. So with the extra sampling rate up at 8 gigasamples per second, and with 2 gigasamples on all channels, the Regal is able to really outperform the Tektronix when looking for these kind of high frequency noise or pulse glitches.